Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Emil Emmanuel. I'm the founder and CEO of NewGen Consulting Australasia. Like many of you, we are a small business. We are based in the vibrant heart of Melbourne, and we have spent the last few years walking the same path as you right now, navigating the chaos, wearing many hats, multiple hats, and trying to grow without burning out. Along the way, we discovered something powerful. The challenges that we face as small business and micro business aren't unique or too different, but the way we solve them can be. We have taken everything that we have learned, the late nights, the missed follow-ups, the spreadsheets and the sticky notes, and turned them into a solution that's already helping many businesses just like yours and mine. We are about to share with you today isn't a theory, it's a method born from experience. It's practical, proven, and designed for people who don't have time to waste. So let's begin, not just with the presentation, but with the shift, how we think about time, growth, and control. Let me quickly take you through what's in store during the rest of the session today. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to set the stage today. It's about clarity, simplicity, and purpose. Here's what we are going to cover: the challenges small businesses face in managing customers and customer relationship and growth. The traditional tools like spreadsheets fall short. How purpose-built customer relationship management can transform your workflow and help you grow and also bring order to chaos. A live walkthrough to show how easy is it to get started. And finally, how you can take the next step today. Just a few housekeeping. As I mentioned to you, we are recording this session. Feel free to ask any questions anytime. Pop them in the chat window or the Q&A window that's open for you. If you haven't already, please silence your device. And most importantly, stay engaged. This session is for you. Let's begin with why. Because when we start with the purpose, everything else becomes clear. So with that intro, let me get on with this session. What's the objective of today? I know time is most valuable for you and me. And it's if you are like most small business owners, you're probably wearing multiple hats in your business, just like us, what we do. From sales to service to marketing to admin and also collections and customer relationship management. It can feel like there is not never enough time in the day. Today's session is all about changing that. We're going to explore how simple, ready to use software application can help you reclaim your time, reduce the chaos, and help you grow your business with less stress. Whether you are a solopreneur or a tradesperson or running a small business or running a small team, this session is designed to show how and what's possible when your customer engagements are finally under control. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, and they are drowning in chaos, not because they lack ambition, but because they lack time and tools. Imagine Sam. Sam is a character that we are going to bring in to relate the struggle of a small business. Sam runs a small business. Every day is a blur, confusion. Sales, service, admin, marketing. Leads come in, but follow-ups fall through the cracks. Sam's not failing. Sam is overwhelmed. And that's the story of many of us. We are here to what's show you that it doesn't have to be this way. There is a simpler path to grow and start with clarity, structure, and the right tool. And that's what this session is about today. When you're busy and it can be hectic, and you may misread the situation and misinterpret the context and waste time in targeting and diagnosing the wrong symptom. As this slide speaks about, 80% of the sales need to have at least 5 times to be followed up, and almost 50% of the businesses give up before this could be done. This is not a lead problem, it's a process problem. Growth doesn't stall because of lack of opportunity, it stalls because of disorganization. I hope you are all with me through this stage of the session. Let me start with simple truth. When we wear too many hats, we lose sight of why we started wearing them in the first place. In today's fast-paced environment, we are constantly switching contexts. One moment chasing sales, the next following leads, then jumping into client calls. It's exhausting. And it's not just physical fatigue, it's emotional and cognitive burnout that we experience. The problem isn't that we are doing too much, it's that we are doing too much without clarity, in chaos, without the purpose. When we chase everything and every lead, we risk losing the ones that matter. When we try to be everything, we forget that where we best and what we are good at doing. The solution isn't to work harder, it's to work with intention. To ask ourselves, why are we doing this? What's the impact does it? And is that role adding value to the bigger picture? Because when we lead with purpose, we don't just avoid burnout, we build resilience, we build trust, and we build a culture where people feel safe, focused to grow and to thrive. Let's talk about something very familiar to all of us, spreadsheets. For many small and micro business, Excel has been the go-to solution. It's quick, accessible, and feels like that we are in control. But here's the truth. It's a short-term fix for a long-term problem. That's how we have seen it, helping many customers who have gone through this journey. Spreadsheets were designed for a different purpose. They were not built to track conversation, nurture leads, or grow trust. They are static, they are fragile, and they break under the weight of complexities. As you grow, this will fail you. And that we have seen many businesses struggling in the transition going through this. Let's introduce you or reintroduce you to Sam. Sam is not just a character, Sam is all of us. Leads coming from everywhere, emails, phone calls, social media, no system, just sticky notes, spreadsheets, and late nights filled with admin work. Sounds familiar? Sam's story is your story. It's a story of small businesses, owners trying to do everything with tools that were never designed to support them. But here's the good news. Sam doesn't need to work harder. Sam needs to work smarter. And that's what we are going to show and discuss today. What Sam needs is one place to manage everything, a single source of truth. Sam needs automation that works quietly in the background, freeing up time to focus on what matters most, building customer relationship, building the business, focusing on the delivery. And most importantly, Sam needs a tool that's built for small businesses, not some enterprise jargon or an application that doesn't relate to a small business. Because when we give people the right tools, we don't just solve a problem, we empower their purpose. We we help people like Sam rediscover their purpose, why they originally started the business, by freeing up time to focus on high value creating activities. Working hard for something that you don't care is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. And I like to know in the room how many of you all feel and experience some of these challenges that we have listed here. Let's take a moment and have an understanding or show of hands of how many of you all have gone through or experienced challenges of this nature. Let's take a moment and let's have a look at them. That's right. Yes, most of us, or many of us, would have gone through this, and it's a struggle for small businesses. Let me ask a simple question: what if we could reclaim your time? Time is the most precious resource, as we all know it, and yet we spend so much of it chasing information, following up manually, looking for the customer record, customer contact, and juggling through disconnected tools. But imagine this instead: one place to track every customer interaction, automate reminders and follow ups. Quotes and invoices can be created in just a click, a full pipeline view anytime, anywhere. This isn't about saving time, just don't consider this about saving time. It's about owning your time. Because when you stop reacting and start leading, we create space for strategy, for creativity and growth, the high value adding activities that entrepreneurs like you and me are really good at. Let's Let me introduce you without any further to the system that we are going to demonstrate to you. It's a sort of a sneak preview of what we have in store for you. And Logesh would take you through the real life system walkthrough, but I'm just going to share certain highlights. What you see here is a 360-degree view of customer data. Manage your daily task within one dashboard. Every customer interactions, email, phone calls, and meetings, workflow automation, everything is integrated in one platform. Let me take you quickly through another important thing. Let's talk about clarity. I spoke about clarity at the start of the session, one of the purposes that we are trying to strive at. In most small businesses, customer contact lives everywhere: phones, inbox, spreadsheets, sticky notes. And every time we need to follow up or contact customer, how much time we waste searching for them. But what if you had one view, one place where every customer, every lead, every interaction lives in a timeline with meaningful infography and data that's easy for you to digest and react quickly? Not just names and numbers, but context, history, and relationship. Because when we see the full picture, we don't just manage contacts, we build connections. And that's the power of well designed customer relationship management. CRM is not a jargon, it's a real life solution for you in an affordable manner that we are bringing it to small and micro business. It's about data, it's about people. When we bring everything into one view, we bring focus back to what matters most: serving with purpose. Here is another view: all your contacts in a single spreadsheet like view within an organized system. Now imagine this: your calendar is not just a place for meeting, it's a strategic tool that lives inside your customer relationship management. Every follow-ups, every phone call, every deadline connected to the people and opportunity that matters. No more switching between tabs, no more missed reminders, because when your calendar is integrated, it's not just about time management, it's about relationship management, it's about opportunity management, it's about account planning and account strategy. You're not just booking time, you're building trust, you're building connections. And that's the difference between a tool that works for you and the one that works with you. Now, this is where we get involved you into this presentation. Just take a quick scan of the QR code. We are going to bring you as part and parcel of the demo that we have planned for you. So scan this information and you will see capturing customer information is as simple as scanning a QR code. And you would see how quickly you could bring the customer record into the system that we are going to demonstrate. So take a minute and have a quick view, have a quick scan of this QR code and just put in some of the data that you would like to see in the demonstration. So I'll leave this for a couple of minutes, and I hope, Rod, we are on track of time, as well as you could hear me and see my screen clearly. Just doing a quick check if
All
everything is
good.
traveling. Awesome. Perfect. All right, guys. So take a moment, scan this QR code, and put some of your information that you like to see in the demo. So here is another view of task, events, and calls under one umbrella that you don't need to go everywhere to see everything. And I'm sure you would find this already coming up on your mobile application. This is as how simple to build this form. We did this just last afternoon for this demonstration. We were able to drag and drop and quickly create. So it's about bringing and empowering you. So you don't need to come to a service provider each time that you need something changed. You should be able to do it very simply by dragging and dropping some of these fields into the form. Let's make this real. What if connecting with your customers was as simple as scanning the QR code? No frictions, just one scan and the relationship begins. Right now, let me invite you to scan this second QR code in the screen, and you will see how quickly and easily information can be captured and published in your website. You can carry this information at events that you attend. You can carry this in the networking sessions that you would go into. I know Transcend is organizing a networking event towards the end of this month for its membership. So when I attend these events, this is where I exchange my contact details. As soon as you are done, you are reducing the time it taken for us to bring a business card and then scan it back into the CRM. You're doing it real time at the event, at when you meet the people. And once you captured it, it's about collecting leads. It's about starting conversations. We always feel that we need to clone ourselves to deliver what's expected in our business. We sometimes feel the time is a constraint, and our ability for growth is constrained by our availability. How about a digital twin? What we are offering is a digital twin in form of an application that's going to free up time that you never thought that existed for you and your business. So we will talk to you more about how this is going to transform and change the way that you're going to work. When technology removes the barriers, what's left is connection. That's the kind of experience we are building, one that is simple, human, and built for trust. Let's talk about something that so often feels complicated, but it shouldn't be. We deliver work, we should get paid. For small business, invoicing can be a time-consuming manual process. I get most of my invoices from the trade practices that I work with late, very late in the night during the weekend. Where is the family time for these professionals? It should not be like this. It should be done as soon as the job is finished by just a click of button, and Lokesh will demonstrate how quickly this can be done. Imagine a tool that's let you to send professional invoices in seconds. A tool that's simple, intuitive, and designed for people who don't have time to learn complex systems. We just need few clicks. You can send an invoice, track payments, stay on top of your cash flow. And it's tax time. And I know how many of the small businesses are struggling to report their revenue, income, and also the different compliance information. Because when you simplify the way you get paid, you free up time to focus on why you started your business in the first place. We always forget the original purpose. And that's what this tool is about, making business feel human again. You have future ambitions to grow your business, and do you want to get stuck with an application that can't grow with you and your business? The answer is no. What we are beginning is a journey, and that's why we call our application Begin. We are beginning a strategic long term journey. As we grow, you are able to integrate it to an online platform, may it be Shopify, may it be any other platform. What we have in store for you is 55 applications that can help you grow. I haven't seen a small business yet that we have worked with that we couldn't fulfill their requirements with this amount of application. Let's zoom out for a moment. Over 140 million users across 150 countries have already made the shift. They are not using software, they are building momentum with access to 55 plus integrated applications. They're streamlining operations, automating workflow, and reclaiming their time. This isn't just a product, it's a movement of small business entrepreneurs and teams who have decided to work smarter, not harder. And the best part is, you are not just starting from scratch, you're joining a global community that's already thriving, incorporating some of the best practices that we have learned across. Most of the industries are templated within our application. And Lokesh will spend some time showing how quickly you could start your business using one of those templates. Because when we choose the tool that reflects our value, we don't just grow, we grow with purpose. I'm sure the goal resonates with you here. These are the goals that we are trying to achieve during this session. Because it's not just about business, it's about balance, clarity, and purpose. Imagine the world where, because when we align our tools with purpose, we don't just run business, we build legacies. And that's what we are in it for. With that introduction and setting the stage, I would love to invite Lokesh now to share the presentation and highlight the journey that we just spoke about setting the stage for. Lokesh, when you're ready, happy for you to share the screen and get started with your live demonstration. At the same time, if you are having any questions, please feel free to drop that into the chat window. And when it's time, we will take them and respond to you. Lokesh, over to you, mate.
Thank you, Yaman. Thanks for the wonderful presentation talking about the actual pain points or problems what the current MSMEs and like small businesses face. Let's wait for a few questions if anyone has. Then we could start with the live demonstration of the product.
Anyone having questions, please drop them into the chat window. Otherwise, we can get started or proceed with the rest of the demonstration. Okay, Lokesh, I think I can see your screen clearly. I believe the rest of the team also could. Let us know if you have any issues interacting with us.
The screen's up.
Okay, and are you all able to drop your questions in the chat windows? I did see some of the participants are already chatting with us on the chat window. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat window and we will respond to them as soon as it's time for Q&A. Excellent. Logesh, let's continue. Let's proceed.
Thank you, Yamal. Hi team, Logesh here. I hope my screen is visible to everyone and my voice is clear.
Yeah.
Yes, to start with, today we demonstrating about Begin. I'll not take all the features. Let's take like essential features. Let's see how Begin would help Sam to close deals faster or track customer information easily. To start with, I could see like many entries from you guys where you created like using the form, right? during the session. It's automatically a new contact is as already created, and if you have added your information, you can also see it getting reflected in my calendar. For Sam or for any small business, it is a boon. I don't need to like manually create it. My customer can directly check my availability, and they would be able to add their information, like they can book an appointment with me, which creates a task and a call scheduler for me, and also it creates a new contact inside my system. And if you have already added your information, you'll also get a automated email from a business, like a welcome email. These things happens in matters of seconds. You can understand how much time Sam would save, right? Or even you can think as a business owner, you might have went for some trade show or some event, or you got some walk-in customers. You add their information and you go to Gmail or Outlook or Zoom mail to send out an email to them, and you need to wait for their follow-up and get their availability, and you get on a call with them or any meeting with them. At last you try to close the deal, right? And this is like siloed process which you already have. With Begin, you can automate everything, and you can orchestrate it with inside Begin itself. To start with, let me show how you can create a contact in just 2 clicks. We have like here. You can add like their basic information. For example, let's say you get a customer called Logesh as a walk-in customer. You can fill in their basic information like their name and their email, and also like if you know their company name, you can add all their information here. And if you also want to like get like more information about this customer, this form which you see can be highly customizable, and it's like one-time customization. Any data which you want to store related to this customer can be customized, and you can store it inside the customer record. And once I save this record, once I save this record, you also get a duplicate checkup. I already have a record with that specific Gmail ID, so that it is not letting me to like save it. But once I save this specific email, a new contact would be created. And once I create a contact, a new task is already created for the specific contact. And you can also see that task inside my calendar, and email is being automatically sent to the specific customer, like specific contact, like a welcome email. You can see how much time it saves for you, right? You don't need to like block your calendar, or you don't need to see if you are missing out any follow up with the specific client, and you don't need to send out an email to them. Everything gets automated here. And this is a simple use case which I wanted to show for demo purpose. And we can set up like more complex automation based on any use cases which you have. Like for example, you sell a service, and once the service is being sold, if you want to like follow up with them for payment follow-ups, which you can do with Begin, or if you want to create like automated tasks for each and every week or each and every month, these sort of automations which you can set up inside the Begin CRM. And during the presentation, Emil spoke about the booking forms, right? Like for example, you can simply you can share this link to your customers, and what you can do is you can ask them to book an appointment with you. Let's say if you are in service industry, or you have a small hospital, or if you want like you get lots of appointments from your customers, what you can do is you can simply share this link to your customers, and they would be able to like book an appointment with you. They can see all the available time slots which you have for this week or for the specific month, and they will be able to choose a appointment which they want to book with you. Let me confirm this appointment, and they would be able to add their details, their name, phone number, and they can enter the capture. And if you want to get like more further information, for example, if you want to get like agenda of the call or any description or something, we can also add additional fields here. And once I confirm this specific booking, it directly gets reflected inside my calendar, like activities view. You can see here, right? Like a call which I got scheduled, and these are the other tasks and calls, like which you guys like scheduled it with Sam, and you can understand like how much time which is being saved, right, for a business owner for booking, for making appointments or sending out emails or adding all the information. Now let's get into like we have seen like two simple use cases. How you can create like a contact in two simple clicks, and how you can get the consultation like appointments inside the Begin. Now, Begin itself is going to be like a pipeline centric CRM, and when I say pipeline centric CRM, you can use like Begin for many different processes. And to make it very simple and for our customers to get started with Begin, we have templated versions, like simple templates which you can get started with. These templates, like you have like sales pipeline, sales template, and you can also use Begin for your customer support activities, or we have seen customers who are in marketing who want to see like their website launches. You get like different stages here, and it's like a simple templated version of Begin for each and every process. And you might be from different industries, right? You might have a question whether
Yeah.
Begin will suit your industry. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Lokesh, it would be a good time for us to ask the attendees, if you want to share the industry that you're from, it's certainly useful for us to relate the conversation. So let's take a moment to see the different industries the attendees are from. So, I mean, we can then sort of relate some of the stories, how we are going to continue the conversation.
Yes, exactly, Vimal.
Yeah, Pirod has responded services. Yeah. Matthew, which industry are you from? Thanks, Irina. Branding, yes, marketing, branding. Interesting. Lee, what's your industry? Rebecca, would be helpful for us to have a relevant conversation here. Feel free to. Yeah, so we got two responses already. So both looks like it's service industry and one specifically focusing around branding and marketing logos. So maybe we can relate a story around or the customer journey around that.
Yeah, sure, Amal. I could see like you are from like marketing industry, right? Let's take this as a first example. For example, you need to like push different content for different social media, or
Yeah,
you'll have a team, like a different team people would be working on a specific content launch. We
yeah,
have a pipeline which is already created for content planner, where you can move that specific idea from ideation, whether it is published or not, with Begin. Or for example, if you're doing an event sponsorship or like a website launch, we have a pipeline here. And to make it very simple and to for everyone understanding, let us just generalize it and see how Begin would helpful for a sales pipeline, how you can create a deal and how you can move the specific deal from one stage to another stage. And for every business, once you close this deal, or you need to send out a quotation or an invoice to the client, right? Let's see how you can create a quotation in 2 clicks. To start with, to create a new deal, again, I'm clicking on like deal icon here. I can I can give a deal name. It can be any deal name convenient for you. To make it simple, let me give it as a new deal. You would be able to see all the companies which you already work with, or you can create a new company here by clicking on it. For now, let me click on prominent properties, and I can see all the contacts associated to the specific company. And in just 2 clicks, I added the company and contact details. And you have these stages here based on your industries and based on your business process. We'd be able to customize these industries. Let me click on qualification, and you'd be able to give the deal value, how much you will be getting once you close this deal. And closing date, it's not for a business, it's not just going to be a one day, right? It takes time. Let me give it as like next month first, October, August 1st here. And if you want to add other information, we can customize the fields. Once I save this record, I'd be able to see like all the information. As a salesperson, the next steps is going to be like moving this deal from one stage to another stage, right? For example, you negotiate with them for like you'd be negotiating with them for like different pricing, or you
Pricing,
need to get, yeah.
needs
Do you want
analysis.
to add any information, Yamal, like how
Yeah, I
sales
think
process
that,
works?
yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, with the services, obviously, we get on a requirement call. That's what we do next with most of our customers. So, needs analysis is a logical step, but this is totally configurable to your industry. It can be named differently, it can be defined differently. It's a totally configurable path that you would take with your deal management. So then after the requirement discussion, what we do is generally we offer them a proposal, and the proposal stage can be created through here. And creating a proposal or a quote is simple. And that's something that Lokesh is right now presenting. So it's about you have all your data. You don't go to your Word document, start formatting, cutting, and pasting information. Rather, by a click of a button, you're able to see this is my man-day rate, this is my hourly rate, and this is the description of the service that it's all configured, and you could see how quickly Lokesh is about to create a quote that can go along with a proposal. This can be a statement of work, depending on the branding and marketing specification. With the services, it could be a statement of work that we are going to perform on behalf of the client that can be captured, and it can go simply in an email, quick and easy, with a link, and Lokesh is able to get a proposal or a quote in a matter of few seconds of time that he's able to do that. So it doesn't have to be. This is what I'm trying to emphasize here, is that this is not a complicated, complex, error-prone, or highly technical system. It's a system that's very intuitive and also helps you to learn on the go. So he's able to now create a code which can go through an email, and that's going to be stored right inside your CRM. And you don't need to go look for it on an email. You just log in and search for the customer, and that information is going to be there. Look at the amount of detail that the screen has. It has a timeline. You can go into the timeline, maybe location. Yes, that just like in your social media, when did you begin the conversation? How long did it take? If you have an SLA, look at the amount of potentials and possibilities. I want you, gents and ladies, to imagine with me. We, as a small business, we were able to see a lot more insights through this. Improve. We talk about continuous improvement. Where is the data for it? Here is the data. How often and how quickly are we turning around a proposal? Is there is time for room for improvement? Look at the notes. You could have any information that you need to pass it on. So it removes the dependency of you alone have to do something, and it can be delegated to someone else to do it in your team, right? So this information can be. And we talked about email, just within the same screen, you are able to go and see, is there any email communications that we have had? Sending out an email is simple as this. So everything that we spoke about in terms of reclaiming time, improving efficiency, giving you that extra layer of detail and the depth that you could go into finding true improvement in your business, innovation, all that can come in through bringing in rich data that's presented in a simplified manner that you could imagine your business being the next level of growth, scale, and innovation. So these are a few fields that I thought I would jump in and add. But Lokesh, over to you. We talked about that journey of a customer where we have met the customer, we created a record, we quickly created a deal depending on your requirement. Next, once the job is won, we will mark it as won. And then the next thing is you deliver, and you deliver an invoice That's an important part. We need to get paid for the work that we do. So the quote can just be converted quickly by click of a button as an invoice. And there you go. This would now didn't take even a matter of second to create or convert a quote into an invoice, and the invoice is on its way to the customer. So that's how simplified the system is, and that's how simplified this should be. It should not be a complex process for you. It should work for you rather than, and also work along with you rather than you got to work for the system. So that's the difference that we are trying to bring about here. So now the deal was created. We manage that opportunity. We can also collect the payment. Now, that's not just all. We need to nurture. As the voice of your business, we have a strong marketing tool as well within the platform that you can use to orchestrate your story out in nurturing lead generation. So it's a totally a powerful solution that goes above and beyond. And during my session, I spoke to you about 55 plus applications that can come into complement it. But I'll let you go along with the rest of the session, the demo. Um, Yogesh, over to you, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, Emil. Thanks for explaining you the actual pain points of a small business. And you also running a business, right? You know more than me how you like juggle with the data and creating like quotation and creating invoices. Like Emil mentioned, this is like just a matter of seconds. How I created a deal, I moved it from one stage to another stage, and I created a code, and once I create a code, I convert it to an invoice. Once this process is done, any day when you log in inside the begin, you're going to see this data and you get this search. Or let's say if you get into like a Peter's record, you'd be able to see what are the notes which is being sent, what are the different deals which you're working with Peter. Like it can be like different services or different products you might be selling, right? Or the closed one deals or the list of data you can see, and in a single place, you can see what are the quotations and what are the invoices which you have sent to Peter here inside the single record view. It gives you like 360 view of the data. These are like few things which we wanted to demonstrate in the webinar, not making it overwhelming for you. But begins not just with these features. We do have like lots of powerful features inside Begin, like automations and multiple channel integration. We have like WhatsApp business integration, and we wanted to show you more. Because of the time constraints, we'll stop here, and we will let you to explore Begin with our free trial period. And you can also, we can set up a consultation call with you, like a demonstration, and show how Begin works for your specific business. And I hope like this session gave you like just a glimpse of Begin, the look and feel, and how easy to create records in just 3 clicks away for you. Thank you, Yamal. Thanks for the time for letting me to present. We
Thank
can
you
move
so
again with
much.
this session. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Logesh. Appreciate that, mate. And you covered seeing is believing, and the opportunity was there to join the process. So it's a living system that we created for you and shared that information with you. So as Logesh mentioned, that it is a system that's easy to configure and deliver. So let me continue with the conversation here, and I can see there are requests and questions that are coming up. Let me share my screen again and get onto the Q&A, and we will answer every question that you have around that. Thanks for posting, Rod. Thanks, Irene. We will get your question shortly. Logesh, I believe you are able to see the questions in the chat window, and I'll let you to answer them during the Q&A session. So let me continue from where I stopped. So look, we can talk about features all days. But sometimes it's best way to understand something is to see it in action. So that's what we did. So that walkthrough is about adding a lead. That's the first point that you capture. And we work so hard, and every one of y'all attending this session, we started planning about a month, engaged with Transcend, engaged with Zoho. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into building something like this, and every lead that matters. But then, what are you going to do after you acquire these leads? You got to nurture them. You got to build trust, work with them before they buy. So with service business, like we saw, it's hard yard that we all put in, but are we making best use of this effort that we have? And most of the time, the frustrations and the disappointments are it's about the process that's letting us down rather than our effort. So it's a simple, intuitive, and no training required. Anybody who has basic IT literacy can get on with it. Automated follow-ups, which is very important. Once you create it, you don't need to make time. The communications that go out aren't too different, unless otherwise you want to craft something unique. You can get the system to write a warm welcome note and use that information to nurture the relationship. Track quotes, send proposals out, have the details in one system, one point of truth. View customer history, interactions, context. Collaborate with your team so you don't be the constraint or the bottleneck. So these are stuff that we try to demonstrate in that process there, and it's already set up and ready to go. And this is just a plug and play platform. And that's what NewGen comes in. It's powered by Zoho and delivered by NewGen. And it's our ability to bring simplified systems to the need of your small business, your micro business is what's going to make us unique. And that's where we wanted to be in. Because when technology is built with empathy, it doesn't just work, it works for you. That's the point that I wanted to continue to mention during this conversation and this presentation. So before we wrap up, I want to ask three simple questions, three simple thoughts with you. What's one task that eats your time? Think about it. In the whole process of customer acquisition journey management, what is that one task that takes most of your time? What's the cost of forgetting to follow up or do a timely action that's required to close and sustain your business and win more deals? If you had 1 extra hour a day, what would you do with it? These aren't just questions, they are invitations to reflect what we spoke today and what we presented. Because time is the one thing that we can't get back, and we would want to spend that not just work, but with family. And we wanted to balance our time with what's valuable to all of us. And that's exactly what Begin gives you. That's what NewGen is offering you. Time, clarity, and control. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters and doing it better. That's the final, you know, comments that I wanted to leave you with. So after everything that we have seen, here is another question. What are we actually offering here? So what is the ask? How can we help you? To answer it, it's simple but powerful. We are offering the pre-configured app, what you just saw, with the templates that you saw, ready to go, built with purpose, designed for small business like yours, as demonstrated, available for you to start from day one. A booking tool to manage your appointments and efforts without any drama, an integrated calendar to stay organized, a fully featured functioning CRM built to nature and build relationships, a simple invoicing system that you can get paid faster. All of this comes in just a once-off fee that is affordable to you. No complexities, no surprises. One fixed fee, and we will get on a discovery call with you and we will set things up for you. And yes, depending on your needs, as you grow, there could be subscriptions, but you can achieve most of what Logesh mentioned and presented here within the free version of the Begin application that would help you to begin your journey into this transformation. So our ask is we wanted to help you change the way that you operate. because we believe that small businesses deserves tool that works from day one. And you don't want you to spend months and months trying to set it up. Tools that let you to focus on why and not your workflow. So again, a simple process diagram of how things are going to be set up for you and that you can benefit. And let end with this. Getting started doesn't have to be hard. Our CRM is designed to be simple, intuitive, and ready to go. So we will offer you onboarding help step by step. Good application, built-in templates. What we are asking for you to is book a 15 minutes free consultation, and we will help you to set up. And more than that, we are also offering you a credit voucher for your subscription for the first year. It can go up to about $100, which would almost cover your first year's subscription if you end up going for the paid premium version of it. Here's final thoughts I want to leave with you. You don't need to do more. You need to do less, but better. Let's begin this journey. Let us help you work smarter, not harder. Because when you lead with clarity and purpose, everything else follows. So that's the final message for you. And we are no different. We walked this same journey. We have been where you are. We also wore multiple hats, and I'm wearing some of them today as well. And we stayed up late, we dropped the ball, but we changed. We changed with the right tools, the right structure, the right mindset. If we can do it, so can you. So I would like you to invite as a part of this session, we are offering you some incentives to work with us. Take your time. It may not be the perfect timing right now, but whenever you are ready, we are here to help. So scan this QR code over here, leave your contact details so that one of our team members can get in contact with you. We practice what we preach. So this would be in our platform shortly as soon as you scan this QR code and get in. And if you want to stay in touch with me or any of my team, the details are here. Please feel free to take a screenshot of this, but you will get the information after the session as well. It will be shared with you. So that's the next steps that we are talking about. So I'll take a few minutes to leave this slide over here. And we almost come to the final stages of this webinar to answer your questions. So feel free to put anything that you have, concerns, questions, challenges. It's not about us sharing, and I wanted to hear stories from you. If you have already used CRMs, how was your experience, and how best it worked for you? What were the challenges? And I will unmute depending on your request so that you could share your thoughts. And yes, it's time for the Q&A. Let me stop sharing the screen. Rod, you have been very quiet, and I like you to also jump in. And you had a question here as well. So as we take these questions, if there's any final words that you like to share or speak about, appreciate your contribution here as well, Rod.
For those of you that have been dealing with Transcend before, we're an advocate of starting with an MVP or a minimalist type approach rather than the Rolls Royce, and this tool gives the ability to start small and expand over time. In our particular case, we use a different CRM, but for the first 12 months, similar to Emil and his small business, we literally ran it off a spreadsheet to understand what our business was all about, and then transposed or transitioned to the new CRM. We've used it for 18 months with some basic setup, and we're about to rejig it based on the learnings of the last period. So, we're not, the message is start small, start simple, and grow it over time.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, Rod. Much appreciated. Logesh, do you want to take on the questions that have come in? The first one, if I could read it out. Okay, Irene wants to understand, does it connect with WooCommerce? You have done a lot more integration with a multitude of e-commerce platforms, so I'll let you to answer that question.
SML. When it comes to Begin, we don't have like direct integration with WooCommerce. However, we have like a Zogo Flow, which is a connected platform from Zogo. Using Zogo Flow, you can connect with WooCommerce. Also, Begin supports like OpenResty APIs, through which we can also create a connector for you based on your business use case. And ML and team can help you out. And we have like seen like many customers who has already built similar integration for their business process. I hope it answers. If you have any other like more question, we can connect offline
Yeah,
to
yeah,
understand your business case. Yeah. Next
yeah.
question, Emal.
Yeah, next question, Rod, wanted to know what email clients or platforms or email systems that we work with, such as Gmail, Outlook. Of course, Outlook, we use it day in, day out, so it
Mm,
works beautifully. Gmail, you can answer, and what are the other systems that it works well with?
yeah. Uh, Begin like integrates with email services. It can be Zogo Mail or Gmail or Microsoft 365 or any other email services which with IMAP configuration. Through once you have configured your email with Begin, you can directly send out emails from Begin itself. You don't need to switch between tabs. And we also have like a add-in or like a extension available in for Gmail and Outlook, using which you don't need to get into Begin. If you want to create a contact, you can directly create from Gmail add-on itself. I
Perfect.
hope this answers. Yeah,
Yeah.
next question, Yamal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, one of the other questions is, what we showed was a plain vanilla invoice, something that's straight off the system. The
Mm,
question is about, can we bring in the branding, colors, logos? Yes, Irene, to answer your question there, we did the exact same thing. You can have your logo, your branding, your colors, and within a professional template, you should be able to modify and change this information. So
yes,
that was
exactly,
one.
Yamal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the question. Look, there is the others who have agreed to connect offline and continue on this great conversation. So once again, on behalf of NewGen, Transcend, and Zoho Begin, I would like to extend gratitude and thankfulness for the time that you had spent today. If there is no further questions, let's conclude the conversations, but I'll let Logesh and Rod to say anything before we close off, and appreciate the time there again.
Thanks, Emil, and thanks, Logesh, and encourage anybody that's running around in circles, overwhelmed by admin, to look at the system to help them enable them to focus on that high value task we talk about.
Fantastic. All right, Logesh, thank you so much. We made good use of time and sharp at 10 a.m. this morning. Have a great Tuesday and rest of the week. Let's stay connected and let begin the journey today in transforming your business. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you, Yamal. Thank you, team. Bye bye.